Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema Subramanian. We all love to try all the different street foods, and today I am going to share 6 wonderful street food recipes that you can try at home. Let's get started and check them out. For the Pav Bhaji, first I'm going to cook a few vegetables. To the pressure cooker, add 3 large potatoes that have been cleaned, peeled and cut into pieces, 3 medium-sized carrots chopped, 1 cup of fresh green peas and 1 small cauliflower that's been cut into small florets. Season it with salt, ¼ teaspoon turmeric powder and 1 teaspoon Kashmiri Red Chilli powder. Add 2 cups of water. Close the pressure cooker and cook it for about 4 to 5 whistles on medium flame. So you can see the vegetables are cooked beautifully. Now I'm going to just mash it with a potato masher. So make sure the vegetables are nice and soft. So mash the vegetables nicely and keep it aside. To make the Pav Bhaji Masala, I'm using this nice large iron skillet or tawa. To this I'm going to add about 100 grams of unsalted butter. So as you can see, I'm trying to actually recreate the street style Pav Bhaji Masala. Next, add about 2 tablespoons of oil, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, add 3 large onions finely chopped. Keeping the flame on high, saute the onions. So you can see the onions have got a lovely golden brown color to it. Now I'm going to add the green chilies. For this recipe I've taken 3 large green chilies chopped, 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. So after adding the ginger garlic paste, cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Add 5 medium-sized tomatoes finely chopped. Next, add all the spice powders, starting with 1 teaspoon of salt, ¼ teaspoon turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons Kashmiri Red Chilli powder, 4 teaspoons Pav Bhaji Masala powder. So you can adjust the spices according to the quantity of the masala that you are making. After adding all the spice powders, now I'm going to add 1 large capsicum that's been finely chopped. Cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. Add cooked and mashed vegetables. So mix it all in along with the masala. Next, add about ½ cup of water. Pav Bhaji masala is coming together beautifully. So I'm just going to mash the vegetables. So once you've mashed the vegetables, let it simmer for about 5 minutes. At this point you can check for seasoning. If you need to add any salt, you can add that. So after 5 minutes, the Pav Bhaji masala is ready. So here are a couple of tips for you guys. So in case the masala becomes very thick, don't worry about it. Just add a little bit of hot water to get the right consistency. So usually in restaurants, the color is very rich in red because they add a little bit of food coloring. But when you're making at home, make sure you make with all the natural ingredients. So don't worry about the color. The flavors are more important. So the Pav Bhaji masala is done. Keep this aside. So now we're going to toast the pav buns. Take a tawa, just add a little butter, cut the buns into half. Just add a little butter on top of the buns. So once you've got a nice golden color, just flip it to the other side. Once you toast the pav, serve it immediately, nice and hot along with the masala, and make sure you serve it with all the accompaniments. So there you go, here is this absolutely delicious street style Pav Bhaji Masala. Now I really enjoyed making this and sharing this recipe with you guys. Hope you all will try it and enjoy at home. So now I'm going to make the dough for the samosas. For this I've taken 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, that is Maida. To this I'm adding half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon ajwain. Just give it a quick mix. Next I'm adding 3 tablespoons of oil. So just mix the flour along with the oil. So you can see it's got a nice crumbly texture. When you hold it like this, it should bind. So this is how you want it. So now just add little water at a time and start mixing the dough. So just knead the dough till it's all well combined for about 3 to 4 minutes. Cover the dough ball with a cloth, close it and let it sit for about 30 minutes. For the samosa filling, I have taken 3 medium-sized potatoes, cut them into half, pour some water in a pressure cooker, add the cut potatoes, add a little salt, mix it, close the cooker and pressure cook for about 3 to 4 whistles till the potatoes are nice and soft. The potatoes have cooked perfectly. Just roughly chop the potatoes. For the aloo masala, that is the potato masala, to a pan add about 3 teaspoons of oil, half teaspoon cumin seeds, add 1 small onion finely chopped. Once the onions are transparent, add half teaspoon of ginger paste. Next add a piece of capsicum finely chopped. Next add about 1/4 cup of finely chopped carrots. Next add about 1/4 cup of finely chopped beans. Saute the vegetables for about 5 minutes. Next add 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon cumin powder, 1 teaspoon chaat masala powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala powder, half teaspoon salt. Next add the boiled potatoes. Mix everything nicely. So make sure the potatoes are nicely coated with the masala and the vegetables. So I'm just going to mash the potatoes with a potato masher. So I've mashed the potatoes a bit. I'm going to add just a little water, about a tablespoon. Mix it nicely. So I'm going to add a little water and mash it a little more. So just mix it along with the masala. I want a really nice, soft and smooth masala. So adding water is going to blend everything well together and it's going to add a lot more flavor. So finally add some chopped coriander leaves and mix it all in. So you can check for seasoning, and if you need to add salt you can always add and adjust the seasoning according to your taste. So the filling for the samosas are done. Turn off the stove and keep it aside. So the dough has been sitting for about 30 minutes. So divide the dough into equal size balls. Now let's start making the samosas. I'm going to make a maida paste. For this, to a cup, take 1 tablespoon of maida, that is all-purpose flour. Just add a little water to make a thick paste. We're going to use this paste to seal the samosas. Place the dough ball on a rolling surface. Roll it out nice and flat. So these are small mini samosas. So once you've rolled it out, cut it into half. Take 1/2 of the rolled out dough. Gently fold it, apply some of the maida paste. Place the other half of the rolled out dough on top, gently press it. Now this forms a nice cone. Take a little bit of the aloo filling, that is the potato filling, and gently place it into the cone. Just gently push it in. Now take a little bit of the Maida paste, spread it inside on the edges of the cone. Now gently seal it. Just start pressing it so it's sealed on all sides. So the samosa is done. Make all your samosas in this manner and keep it aside. So I've made another extra batch of samosas. I'm just going to freeze these samosas. So if you want to make the samosas prior and if you want to quickly take them out for tea time, this is a great way to do it. So you can freeze the samosas and you can take them right out of the freezer and deep fry them. Next, I'm going to deep fry them. To a kadai, pour enough oil for deep frying. So once the oil has started heating up, gently drop in the samosas one by one. So you can see it's not bubbling up immediately. So make sure the oil is not too hot before adding the samosas. Now you want to heat the oil on a low flame. You don't want to heat it at high temperature. This has to slow cook. So the heat will gradually cook the samosas. So this will take about 20 to 25 minutes per batch. So if you want to deep fry them in batches, you can do that. Once the samosas have turned to a lovely golden brown color, remove them from the hot oil and you can serve them nice and hot. Now I'm serving these crispy, delicious mini samosas with some nice mint chutney, tamarind chutney and tomato ketchup by the side, along with some nice hot masala chai. This is a great way to enjoy your tea time. I really enjoyed making these samosas and I loved eating them. They are so delicious. I really hope you guys enjoyed too. Try them at home and enjoy your tea time and let me know how it turned out for you guys. For the cheesy vegetable sandwich, first I'm going to make the filling. For this, take one onion finely chopped, add one tomato, de-seeded and chopped finely, one medium-sized capsicum finely chopped, one medium-sized red capsicum finely chopped, season it with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon chaat masala powder, 2 teaspoons mint chutney. Next add about 1 cup of mayonnaise. You can adjust the mayonnaise according to the quantity of vegetables you're using. Next add 1 teaspoon of chili flakes. Mix everything together nicely. You can see I've mixed the vegetable nicely with the mayo and the other ingredients. Now I'm going to assemble the sandwich. Apply some softened butter on both slices. Make sure you spread it evenly on all sides. Add the mint chutney to both the slices and spread it evenly. Take a little bit of the vegetable filling and place it on one slice. Gently spread it out evenly. So I'm going to make this as a club sandwich. So you take another slice, apply a little softened butter onto the slice. Add a teaspoon of mint chutney on both the slices and spread. Place the vegetable filling on the slice. Close it. The sandwich is done. Now I'm going to grill this sandwich. Place the sandwich on the pan. Keep the flame on medium. Apply a little butter on top of the bread slice. Gently flip it over. The sandwich is ready. Next I'm going to make the cheese sauce. To the pan add half teaspoon of butter. Make sure the flame is on medium low while making the cheese sauce. Add 1/4 cup of milk. To this I'm going to add 75 grams of processed cheese. I'm going to grate it into the pan. Once the cheese is completely melted, turn off the stove. For the onion vada, first I'm going to mix a few ingredients along with the onions. So for this recipe I've taken about 3 medium-sized onions and I've thinly sliced them. So like I said, I'm making it a little spicy. So I'm adding 2 green chilies finely chopped. If you don't want it very spicy, you can cut it down to 1 green chili, a piece of ginger finely chopped, a few coriander leaves finely chopped, a few curry leaves finely chopped. So to this I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now you can adjust the salt to the number of onions that you've taken. Don't add too much of salt at a time, it can become very salty, so just be careful while adding the salt. 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. Next add 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon asafoetida powder. So first mix all these ingredients together nicely. Since we've added the salt, the onions are going to release a lot of moisture. By mixing the onions like this, all the layers will be separated nicely. To this I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of gram flour, that is besan, 2 tablespoons Maida, that is all-purpose flour, and 2 tablespoons of rice flour. So rice flour will just make it nice and crispy. So just mix everything till it's all well combined. So the rice flour is optional. If you don't want rice flour, you can just add the besan, that is the gram flour, and the Maida. So you can see I have not added any water. The moisture from the onions will naturally absorb the flour. So you can see it's coated the onions beautifully. Let the mixture sit for about 10 minutes. Now we are going to make the vadas. For this, take a kadai, pour enough oil for deep frying. So after 10 minutes, you can see the onions have released a lot of moisture here. So I have not added any water. Take a little bit of the onion mixture. Gently pat it on your palm to shape it into vadas. So once the oil is nice and hot, maintain the flame on medium-low. Now gently drop it into the hot oil. Deep fry them till you get a lovely golden brown color and it's cooked through. Once you get the nice golden brown color, remove from the oil and serve it nice and hot. I've soaked half cup of dried peas overnight. You can see they're all well soaked now. I'm adding 2 potatoes along with the peas. Next I'm going to pressure cook the peas for about 3 to 4 whistles on medium flame. I'm just going to remove a little bit of the peas and keep it aside. I'm just going to remove the potatoes, peel off the skin. Drop the peeled potatoes back into the pressure cooker. Now I'm going to mash the peas and the potatoes together. Potatoes and peas are mashed well. Keep it aside. Add about 1 tablespoon oil. To this I'm adding 1 medium-sized onion finely chopped. Next, add 2 cloves of garlic finely chopped, a piece of ginger chopped, add 2 green chilies chopped, the onions have sauteed well, it's turning to a nice golden color. Turn off the stove and cool the mixture. Transfer the sauteed onions into a mixer jar. Next, add the chopped tomatoes. Next, to the same pan add a little oil, about 2 teaspoons. Next, add 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri Red Chilli powder, 1 teaspoon Garam Masala powder, 1 teaspoon Chaat Masala powder, quarter teaspoon Turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon salt. Mix everything together. If you like the masala to be spicy, you can add 1 more teaspoon of chili powder. To this, I'm going to add half cup of water. Cook the masala for about 10 minutes. Add 2 cups of water. I'm going to add the whole piece that I kept aside earlier. Add some chopped coriander leaves. Close and cook for 15 minutes on medium flame. The piece masala is ready. It's come together very beautifully. It's nice and thick now. Turn off the stove. Now I'm going to assemble the masala puri. For this, take the small puris, crush them and place them on the plate. Pour the piece masala over the crushed puris. Chaats are not complete without adding mint chutney and the sweet tamarind chutney. So next I'm going to add the mint chutney. Add the tamarind chutney. Add some chopped onions. Some chopped tomatoes. Sprinkle some chili powder. Some chaat masala. Some amchur powder. Add some nylon safe. And finally garnish it with some chopped coriander leaves. The masala puri is done. Serve it hot immediately. For the Dabeli masala powder, first I'm going to dry roast a few ingredients. 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon cumin seeds, 4 cloves, a piece of cinnamon, 3 red chillies, cool the mixture and grind it to a nice fine powder. Take a kadai, add 2 teaspoons of oil. To this I'm going to add the ground masala powder. Keep the flame on low. Give it a quick mix. I've boiled 4 potatoes. Make sure they're nice and soft. Mash the potatoes. Season it with half teaspoon of salt. Mix it all together. The potato filling for the dabeli is done. As you can see, the potatoes are very soft and creamy. So this is the texture that we are looking for the filling. Now I'm going to arrange the dabeli filling. Just flatten it. Flatten it with a spoon. So now I'm going to top it off with a few ingredients, starting with some fresh grated coconut. If you don't have fresh coconut, you can use desiccated coconut. Next, I'm adding some tutti frutti. Add some chopped coriander leaves. Finally, add some fresh pomegranate seeds. Now I'm going to grind the red chilli and garlic chutney. For this I've taken about 10 red chillies that are soaked in water. Add about 8 cloves of garlic. Add a little water where the chilies have been soaked. Add quarter teaspoon of salt. For making the dabeli, we will need pav buns. Make an incision in the middle so as to make a pocket. Don't cut it completely. So you can see the pocket here. We're going to stuff the filling in the pocket. First I'm going to pour the chutneys, starting with a spicy red chutney. Make sure you dilute the chutney nicely before pouring it in. Next add the sweet tamarind chutney. Scoop a little bit of the filling. Add a little more of the spicy chutney. A little more of the sweet tamarind chutney. Just add a few roasted peanuts, a few onions. Take a little more of the filling. So I'm just going to make sure this is all sealed inside. Take a tawa, add some butter. Start toasting the stuffed buns. Just dab a little butter on top. Make sure the bun is toasted on all sides. So now I've toasted the buns on all sides. Removed from the tawa. Now we're going to roll the stuffed buns onto the nylon safe. Make sure it sticks on all sides.